This conference will now be recorded.
All right, I'm going to teach you how to import PD events into a Google Calendar. So first, I'm going to show you where on your PD site the directions are kept. So if you hover over the Management menu, select PD Manager, and go to the Resource tab, you'll notice this is where all the main PD directions are located. And under the Other Resource section, the top resource is Importing PD Events into a Google Calendar. And if you click on that, it opens a Google Doc that walks you through the directions that we're going to follow today on importing PD events into a Google Calendar. Okay. So the first thing it wants us to do is log into our PD system, navigate to System Manager Export Information menu, find and open the course calendar file export report. So to do that, we'll go back to the PD system. We're going to go to System Manager, Export Information, and we're going to find the course calendar file. So here it is. So if it's the first time you're doing this, you can go ahead and download the entire file. If you're adding to an existing calendar, you're going to want to just find courses that you've recently approved and just export and import those courses. And you can filter this list here, or you can export it to Excel and find them and filter them that way. It's up to you how you like to do that. A couple notes about this file. It's only current open courses that live on this file. So it's not every single course on your site, which can be helpful over time as your PD system grows. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll to the bottom and just export the entire file this first time. So we've exported it. Now we're going to open the file. That's the next step on our instructions. We'll enable this so we can follow the directions. So if we look at our directions, the first, the next thing it tells us to do is, let me bring those directions back into view, is filter to the PD events you want to import into your calendar, scroll to the bottom of the page and press Export to Excel. Optionally, you can export the data and filter to Excel. Filter and delete courses if needed. If you're adding to an existing calendar, you only want to upload the rows that are new to your calendar. So the first thing we're going to do now is delete the following columns: course status and school year. Those are two columns that are there to help you find data when we don't need those. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of status and school year because those are not needed in our calendar import file. All right, next. Merge the following columns: course ID and course title. So I've put a little help in here to make it really easy for you to merge columns without losing data. Insert a new column to the right of column B and then use the following formula. Let's first put in our new column to the right of column B. So insert, oops, I always do it backwards. Sorry, to the right of column B. I think I'd know this. Okay, so I've got my new column here. Let's go copy our lovely little formula. So if you know how to conjugate formula, it's a helpful little thing. So I'm going to copy that formula and I'm going to paste it in this first cell. And you'll see that it put those two cells together, a little dash between, And then you can copy and drag that all the way to the bottom. So it copies that formula throughout the bottom of the worksheet, or you can double tap on the corner here and it'll do it for you. And you'll see that it's gone all the way down. And then the next step is copy column C and paste the values of column C into column B. Okay, you can do that. So we're gonna copy column C and we're gonna paste the values into column B. All right, next step, rename the column subject. Okay, so we're gonna rename column B subject. Okay, next step, delete column A and column C. So we're going to delete column A and we're going to delete column C, which is now column B. Now we'll have what was column A and B is now combined into one column, which is the new column A. Now we're going to merge again the following columns, location and room. We also want to put those together and not lose data. So we're going to use that lovely conjugate formula again. And we're going to do it to the right. And the nice thing with this one, we don't have to add a column because there's nothing to the side, to the right of column G. So we'll just go ahead and copy that column. And we're just going to put it off here and paste it, press enter. And it's going to put remote and virtual together. And I'm going to double click on the corner and it's going to drop and drag it all the way down to the bottom. And then the next step is copy column H and paste the values of column H into column F. Okay, do that. So column H, copy them all up to the top. We're going to put it in the column F, paste the values. There we go, looks pretty good. Let's go see what the directions say next. Delete column G and column H. Okay, we can do that. Column G and column H, delete. All right. So now we've got a nice looking file with these following columns: subject, start date, start time, end time, description, and location. The columns should be in the following order: subject, start date, start time, end time, description, location. Looks right to me. Save the file as a CVS file. So we'll come up here and we're going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save it to my computer as, we'll call this PD I can't type and talk calendar, but we want it to be .cvs. Let's call it .calendar. Our calendar, and it's a CVS, and save. And you get this lovely warning. It always does that when you do a CVS. We're going to say yes. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to close my file. I'm just going to go through that whole little rigmarole again about making a CVS. Yes, 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 and we're good. Now the fun part is, after you've created that file, it's time to import it into a Google Calendar. So the next step is to open your Google Calendar. So I will go and do that. I am going to come up to here and go to Google. Actually, let's make sure I'm on Chrome. Sorry, I'll be on the right browser here. Sorry. And it, open a calendar. Okay. Got it. Lots of fun stuff here. And what's the directions say next? Did I close my directions? Oh, they're in on this other screen. Sorry, too many things open here. Open your Google Calendar. On the top right, click the settings. It's the fun of having multiple monitors, huh? Okay, we'll go up to settings. Come on. Settings. Now we can go to import. Select a file from your computer. Open that file. Let's go make sure, let's look at those directions one more time. Make sure we like what we see. Import, select file, choose calendar. By default, the imports will be imported into your primary calendar and click import. Simple as that. Press import. And they'll be there. And you're done. Now, if we go and look at the calendar, oops, sorry. You will see, look at all that PD in purple. It's all there added to my calendar now. And that's it. Pretty simple. So hopefully that made sense to you. You can follow those directions. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.